Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Dynasty Tournament. It's me, Cooper, and today we are going to watch Dr. Collector, played by Yusei Fudo, take on Bonaparte, played by Fyrus. So we're going to have Bonaparte start the duel with a basic set, pass, maybe one more set. Yeah, if you were going to play it in that corner, you're kind of making it obvious. I could tell you would have more than one trap, plus you're playing Bonaparte, who kind of needs to have more than one trap. And now we have Dr. Collector with his Magician Girl deck. It's not Magician Girls like Lemon and Apple. It's just literal like spellcasters that happen to be female. And we're going to see if those Magician Girls do good. So let's see what he's got. Alright. Okay, no one's willing to make the first attack. I would say if you're going up against Bonaparte, you're going to want to attack early because you don't want them to have a chance of summoning Toy Emperor, but maybe you just legitimately did not draw a monster with more than, let's say, 1300 attack. Hitting Rising Energy is really important because that's one of the few cards that makes Bonaparte powerful. Without that card, Bonaparte can easily be defeated. So, yeah, I feel like you can win in a 1v1 now. Like I said, as long as you don't let them get Toy Emperor, because Toy Emperor is not a fair card. That card will give you lots of trouble. So, let's see if they end up getting the Toy Emperor or if they're just going to end it there. They also have a Dimensional Fisher, which is a nice card to have, but we'll see if that makes a difference. Bonaparte, 3 cards in hand, probably not much to work with. Seeing as the game is running this fast, I have a suspicion that neither opponent has a good trap card right now. Now, Fyrus is going to play Toy Magician, one of the few good monsters that they have. I didn't know it had some sort of flip effect, but we'll see what it does. Okay. Oh, it destroys. Ooh, Nightmare Wheel got hit. That is super important. Nightmare Wheel being hit is super crazy. And there we go. We got ourselves a heavy mech support platform. So we can get some damage off. Plus, having 2 monsters on the field means if you could top deck your... Ooh, never mind. Well, I mean, actually, this still works out unless they... No, that's not going to work. Oh, it does work out. Apprentice Magician, I didn't realize it still got its effect, but this is pretty good. Let's see. Oh yeah, it just has to be destroyed by battle. It doesn't need to be sent to the graveyard. So Apprentice Magician shall do its job. It's going to go ahead and special summon, hopefully, another Apprentice Magician or a Magician of Faith, if a good spell card had been used, because honestly, a heavy mech support platform can destroy a Magician of Faith. I don't remember if a spell card was used, but we could take a quick peek. Even though it's about to be... Oh, yeah, MST. Ooh, that's good to get MST back. All right. But now your opponent has 2 monsters on the field, which means if they are lucky enough to draw Emperor, you're going to have to deal with it. And nobody wants to deal with the Emperor. So let's see what happens. I'm pretty excited to see if Bonaparte here can actually pull off his boss, or if Dr. Collector will get his intelligence to pull off a combo, just like he did in the show, despite the fact that he lost in the show after using an amazing combo due to a negate attack and, you know, some bullshit some bullshit monster that had a cheating effect. But don't worry about that. So MST is going to go in, and one of these spells or traps will be popped. We'll see which one. It's going to be that one right there. So let's see what it was this time. Another Rising Energy gets hit. That is huge. Losing a Rising Energy is really, really bad. But, yeah, I was going to say, you're bound to have some sort of monster that could do something right now. And now that 2 Rising Energy... Oh, it's gone. Alright, and now that 2 Rising Energies are gone, I'm sure, yeah, the opponent has nothing. Bonaparte, if you don't top deck your Toy Emperor, or at least a monster right now, you're going to get in a lot of trouble. Because, honestly, they're just waiting. Once okay, Toy Knight is not a real monster. Oh, my God. I feel... Okay, granted, that is the one combo in Bonaparte's deck. Good for you. I feel really bad for Bonaparte right now. If only they had their boss, they could actually summon it. And honestly, all it's going to take for good old Dr. Collector to make a comeback is one of those Magician Valkyria cards. And if not one of those, you can bring out special summoning effect that allows you to get your 3 monsters that from the remove from play section, and then you could summon your boss monster. I will say Dr. Collector's boss monster, the Cosmo Queen, is way stronger than freaking Bonaparte's boss monster of the Toy Emperor. So Toy Magician goes in, and another Apprentice Magician. God damn it. These monsters are quite annoying. But this time I do recommend, unless you're going to go for the MST again, you do need to pick yourself another apprentice magician. Somehow we got a Twitch follower. Even though I'm not streaming this, we got a Twitch follower at this moment in time. That's really funny. All right, and let's see here. What will the opponent do now that... Yeah. Bonaparte still hasn't been able to draw what they need, but Dr. Collector might have exactly what they need now. Let's see what happens. Dr. Collector, Bonaparte. Who's going to win? Who's going to win it all? All right, looks like we have a quick end of the turn. Okay. Things are not going well for good old Dr. Collector. Bonaparte's not doing much better, but it's not much worse either. So let's see what happens. We're going to go ahead and go for the attack. Apprentice. The final apprentice will die. There are no more apprentices. I don't think that's how you say it. Apprentices. There are no more apprentices, and a Magician of Faith will be the choice. And MST is a good idea because there are not a lot more traps now. You might as well get rid of one of them. And Toy Knight, you are strong enough thanks to the Equip Monster. It's really sad to say that you couldn't, if you didn't have the Equip Monster, you wouldn't be strong enough to destroy a Magician of Faith. They have a lousy 400 defense stat, and apparently your 200 attack stat is just insanely low. I can't believe it. But thanks to the heavy mech support platform, you are strong enough. And now you have a 1700 defense stat. Okay, weird. Going for the unequip. Unless, okay, you know what? I can understand this because they expect to have one monster die next turn. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. They're just trying to make sure they have one monster left for Toya Emperor. We'll see if they get that monster. So, oh no, they were afraid of the MST. I don't know. Are you trying to say that your traps are not worth protecting? Because there are some really good traps in Bonaparte's deck, but I guess those two are not any of the good ones. So, Dr. Collector, what is your ultimate idea here? Because your opponent kind of has you. Yeah, you might as well get rid of a trap. That is something that should be done. Go ahead. Let's see what the Bonaparte lose. Oh, get wrecked. Oh my God, the Jar of Greed chain. Played him like a goddamn fiddle. I love it. All right, so now do you have a monster that is at least decently powerful, or maybe just a 1200 beater to get rid of that Toy Knight or something? You might as well hit something. Come on. Oh, you're about to show us that you're bricked, and unless you draw your dimensional fusion within... Oh, there it is. Ha! Okay, never mind. They're going all out. Yeah, this is a card you probably wanted to play a long time ago before your opponent built up a field. Now, you are able to summon 5 of your remove from play monsters, and then I'm 100% sure you have a Cosmo Queen in your hand that you are about to tribute summon. So let's see. Magician of Faith was chosen. That's an interesting choice. Apprentice Magician is an actual choice. I understand that. All in defense mode is not an understandable choice. You can't really beat your opponent if you don't plan on destroying some of the monsters. It's kind of strange, but I shouldn't judge. Let's see what else. Maybe you got another card. Okay, another apprentice. Okay, that's an attack mode Apprentice Magician. But there's still the other monster you have to deal with. And maybe you're going to let Cosmo Queen know that, see, you should have put Ebon in attack mode. And then you have Ebon destroy the heavy mech. Then you summon your Cosmo Queen to destroy Toy Magician. You don't want to leave you do not want to leave Bonaparte with a monster on the field. Because if they did get Toy Emperor from that Jar of Greed, you could be in a lot of trouble. So let's see what happens. Of course, that trap card could be Nightmare Wheel, so anything could happen. Weird. That thing's trying to activate its effect. I don't get it. I don't know what it's affecting. Oh, they're all chaining the... I forgot they have that add a spell counter effect. Obviously, there's no monster that has any spell counter effect on the field, so don't worry about it. So, let's see. Go ahead and show the Cosmo Queen. Don't pretend like you're not going to summon it. We know you have it. Just get rid of Magician of Faith and defense mode Apprentice Magician. Just do it. Oh, you don't have it, but you do have 1,000 burn. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Not what I was expecting, but again, you know, you're not in the best situation, so negate attack. Okay, no matter what you had planned, even if you did have Cosmo Queen, you were not going to be able to hit them. So, hopefully you have your own sort of negate attack, because if they destroy your Ebon, you're not going to win this duel by burn either. Ebon probably should have been in attack mode, but I'm guessing you had no way of defending her. and you were trying to bait out an attack on Apprentice Magician so that you could pull out more monsters like Ebon, Magician, Kuran. And that's understandable. I would want to do that too. It's important. Heavy Storm says go to hell. No more remove from play cards. Just get rid of it all. And Nightmare Wheel again is gone. Losing another one. The Toy Soldier has arrived, everybody. And funny enough, in this very low power duel, Toy Soldier can do something. Hell, Heavy Mech support platform. Okay, I was going to say, does not even need to attach to do something. But it's going to attach, which means an extra monster will survive. That's kind of an interesting choice in my opinion. Granted, I guess it doesn't matter, but I don't know. Anything can happen. See, this is where it's like, okay, well, you could have had your 200 attack point monster destroy that, your 500 destroy Magician of Faith, your 800 destroy Apprentice Magician, and then 1600 destroy whatever that Apprentice Magician summons. But instead, you're actually deciding to leave them with a monster. And that monster could be maybe the White Magician Pikaru, or maybe an Ebon Magician. Either way, they're just trying to get Cosmo Queen. If they manage to pull a Cosmo Queen, you're in a lot of trouble. So let's see. Are we going to see another Ebon? Yeah, we're going to see another Ebon. Okay. Sadly, they have to be face down, so they can't pull off their effect. But, 1200 attack for some reason is a lot of attack in this particular fight. And I think that's hilarious. Alright. They both have a 1600 beater, though. Not on the field currently. But one has Toy Magician, the other one has Magician's Valkyria. And then the rest of their monsters are quite weak. Although I would say Bonaparte's are weaker. Because at least this guy has 1200 beaters. What the hell is Bonaparte working with? Like, garbage, obviously. Just garbage. Alright, you do have to get rid of that Toy Soldier. If you don't get rid of the Toy Soldier, you're going to be in a lot more trouble. So, get rid of it because you don't want it to special summon more monsters. And thin out the deck. That is a very good idea. Go ahead and get rid of that card. And I'm guessing there's no way you have another trap in there. Okay, you lost your Toy Soldier. That is actually a shame. That monster could have been useful. It would have summoned more Toy Soldiers from the deck. And maybe you could have been fine. Okay, Jar Greed is nice, though. You at least have a Jar Greed. So, hopefully, after all this time, we'll get to see the monster. No, we're going to get another Heavy Mech support platform, which could equip to Toy Knight and actually make Toy Knight have an okay attack stat. And a really good defense stat. 2200 is really nice. But the fact that you have 1200 attack is hilarious because that actually is considered good. So, that's the world we're living in right now where this Toy Knight's attack is considered good. Both of these players, both Bonaparte and Dr. Collector, are waiting for their tribute monsters, their boss monsters. Now, this is probably Dr. Collector's last chance to draw Cosmo Queen, because they still will have 2 monsters on the field for tribute. If they do not draw Cosmo Queen on this next turn, they might die. It might be over. And obviously, Bonaparte is still waiting for Toy Emperor, which means they just need 1 monster on the field, which is going to be very easy to pull off because that Toy Knight is not dying anytime soon. It has 2 protections. 2 layers of protection on it. Plus, that Toy Magician is also pretty powerful. So, let's see what you do. Bonaparte, do you have a trap in your hand? Something to protect yourself? Or are you just going to let your monster... Okay, you're just going to let your monsters roll. And let's see if you draw that Cosmo Queen I was talking about. This is literally your last chance, and honestly, the field has never been safer for Cosmo Queen. So, let's see what you got. You got rid of the Rising Energies very early on in the duel. There's probably one left in the deck somewhere. You did pull your 16-beater of Magician's Valkyria, and if it works together with your face down... No, it's not going to. Okay. I was going to say, if it works together with your face down monster, there's going to be no support platforms left. But you decided not to flip that, which is very, very strange. Oh, wait, I didn't know they both died on the same... Yeah, you should have put something else in attack mode, but who knows? Maybe they draw Toy Emperor right now and none of this matters. No, they do not. If they played a trap first, they do not. You can attack the face down monster, I believe, because there's some reason they left the monster face down. So, okay, you're not willing to do that either. That's weird. Maybe you forgot because it was face down you were allowed to attack it. Maybe you just didn't want to attack it. I don't know. To each their own for all I care. But if you allow your opponent to get the lock, you might be in some trouble here. Alright, let's see what happens. This duel is weirdly close. Not in life points, but definitely in action. Alright, so Bonaparte's going to lose his Toy Knight. All he's got left is Toy Magician, and that card is a good beater monster. Like I said, it matches the Magician's Valkyria, but it's just not good enough. And here, oh, now this time you're going for the face down? Okay. You just took one extra turn to get there, but MST's coming back yet again. That is to no one's surprise. Or they could go for that spell card that does burn, or they could go for another Dimensional Fissure. I'm going to assume MST, because nobody likes trap cards. So, and Bonaparte's all about those traps. Yeah, you don't need to make us think about, oh, you went for Dimension Fusion. That is a really, really ballsy idea. Given that you only have 100 life points left to your name, that is a ball. And like I said, there's still one more trap, Rising Energy, in the deck. If they have that, even if you go all in, you could lose. However, I would love to see you go all in just because it's a ballsy strategy, and I love it. Instead, you're not going to. You're going to go in defense mode and be a coward. Okay. Okay, let's play the coward's game. You pulled that spell card, and you're just not going to do anything with it. Alrighty. Well, you better hope they don't get Toy Emperor because of your cowardice, but we'll see. Alright, just going to set a card. Toy Magician's probably going to attack the face down. Maybe it'll be another Magician's Valkyria as a bait. Nope, it's for some reason he didn't play that face up. Did you forget that Magician's Valkyria does protect your spellcasters if they're face up? And then that's how you could heal yourself. You might have forgotten that. It's okay. It's been a long time since you guys have dueled. I'm sure you guys don't even like Yu-Gi-Oh! During yeah, whatever. Whatever. You're just waiting for the lock as far as I'm concerned, while Bonaparte is waiting for his boss monster, the Emperor. Simple characters just waiting, no problems. Alright, well, with this situation being what it is, I honestly believe Cosmo Queen will be pulled off. It's a little strange that they're just sacrificing monsters that could have been healing them at this point. Like, literally, they could have lost nothing. But instead, they decided to lose 2 of these, which is like, oh, but now they could be summoned by Dimension Fusion. Yeah, or you could just not let them die, and it's the same. It's actually better that you don't let them die because you heal. You literally heal off of that situation, but no, we're going to go with this one instead. Okay, Dimension Fusion now. I'm expecting that means Cosmo Queen's in hand. 100 life points left, which means we're going very ballsy. And if one of those cards is the final Rising Energy, this duel will end in victory with Bonaparte. Or this duel is about to go all the way into, what's his name's favor? Into Dr. Collector's favor. So Apprentice Magician and probably one White Magician Bakara will be tributed. That would explain why they waited this long. Toy Emperor and Toy Knight will be summoned as well. Let's see. Oh, no, we're just... Okay, you just decide to, like, you're tired of waiting? Okay. Well, I guess that's okay, but you have a bunch of monsters that you better hope they don't join... Oh, wow, you had another Toy Magician, and that gets rid of Dimensional Fissure. Okay. I think. I actually don't know. I saw you destroy a spell or trap card last time, so maybe... Does it only destroy face down spells or traps? I don't know. No, it... Oh, lost malfunction. Okay, that's fine. You don't need that. Yeah, you need to get rid of these monsters, but you can't. Weird that you put Toy Soldier in attack mode, as if you're going to be able to attack them. You might even... Okay, I'm starting to think you're about to go to battle phase, not realizing that you can't do anything. Alright, Bonaparte, it's okay, you know. Your opponent made you think you could do stuff because you kept attacking face-down monsters, but honestly, you can't do anything. Unless there's a Rising Energy on the field, like I said. No, they just realized it. Okay, good. Okay, good. It paid off. It paid off. You're about to heal a shit ton of life points. Dr. Collector is about to make a comeback. They put themselves in a very risky situation, and they're going to keep burning the opponent in order to win this duel. 5 burn with fucking a shit ton of heal. This duel completely flip around. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And now they can just play their spell card because they do not need to be aggressive, and they just do 1,000 burn. So this duel's over like very soon. They'll be back to 8,000 life points next turn if Bonaparte here does not draw their Toy Emperor. If they do draw Toy Emperor, they could easily come back. All they would have to do is summon it, destroy Valkyria, and every card in the opponent's field will die. So it's all up to the top deck of the boss monster. Or if you do have a trap card to buff your cards, you should have done that. So if I find out one of those trap cards would have buffed your monster to a point that could defeat 1800 defense, yeah, you probably should have done that. But we'll see. What the fuck? Wait, what? Are you just trying to lower the life points? Or bait out a trap card? No? Do you have a trap card to protect your monster? I'm very confused. I am very confused by that play. Or do you just truly believe they're about to summon a Toy Emperor? Because that could be the case. Maybe they're just like, crap. I think my opponent got Toy Emperor. Maybe the spell card of the crown. I don't know. But if they don't get Toy Emperor right now, you just kind of just threw in a way. Maybe you have a card in your hand that's going to make this work no matter what anyway, but I'm not entirely sure about that play there. Okay. So, are we going to see it? No, we are not. But because you put your monster in attack mode, you kind of... Yeah, that was a weird play. Very, very weird. You had a situation that was pretty damn good right there. And you kind of just didn't want to keep it, I guess. Heavy mech support platform destroys a 0 defense point monster. We're about to see that a lot right now. A lot of these monsters are going to die, and since they're being sent to the grave, well, yeah, there's not going to be another dimension fusion to bring it back. All right, there we go. There we go. I guess Apprentice Magician could still search out one last, maybe Ebon or White Magician Precare. I don't know if they have any left. They definitely don't have any more Magician of Faiths. They're all removed from play right now, I think. Let's go take a look. Nope, 1, 2. And 3. Okay, 2 removed from play, 1 in the grave. So, Apprentice Magician, is there a card you could still summon, or what? Wow, that was so weird. Like I said, there could be a card in their hand that I don't know about that, like, guarantees them a bunch of burn, and they were like, oh, good, I'm about to win by burn, so I can go into battle. We are not working with the same information that Dr. Collector is. They got 3 cards in hand that we don't know about. But then again, Bonaparte has 2 face downs that we don't know about, not counting the new set monster, but the set monster doesn't mean as much. Alright, let's see here. Doesn't look like they did have a plan. Did they mess this up? Or do they have a plan, maybe? That I don't know about? Okay, they could summon their 2 girls to destroy the toy soldiers or heavy mech support to do a lot of damage. Leaving Bonaparte with almost nothing, but not nothing. They still have life points left. Your monsters are too weak to end this duel. Alright, you're going to go ahead and do some damage. It's kind of cool that Dr. Collector went from 100 life points all the way up to 41. And now, I mean, Bonaparte went from like 6,000 to all the way down to 1,200. But again, this is a strange play. Luckily, one of those monsters will get to live because it looks like Bonaparte really hasn't drawn a single monster worth any salt. Granted, that toy soldier is going to be able to summon another one, thinning out the deck even further, possibly making it so that they can get the cards they need. Who knows? Oh, nope, they don't have any more. Okay. They apparently do not have any more. Which means that final set card is probably Toy Soldier. Unless one got thrown. Oh, no, it's Giant Rat. Oh, it's Giant Rat. You lost everything now. There's still a Toy Soldier in that deck somewhere. It's weird that they didn't special summon it. Very weird, but whatever. And yeah, that Giant Rat's going to turn this duel around. But it's still technically up in the air on who's going to win. Because the life points are so low that the burn cards that are in Dr. Collector's deck, Bonaparte's playing it safe. They do not want to mess this up. They realize that if they did battle damage and then did the burn card, they might lose the duel. Very interesting play there. A Dimension Fusion with the burn card would do it, so you had to play it safe, but at the same time, it might not matter. We'll see. We'll see. There's the Dimension Fusion. The question is, do they have the spell card? If they have the spell card, they could do up to 1,000 damage if they had 5 monsters. They're only going to get 3, but those 3 monsters refill the field. So this is a... Oh, if they have Cosmo Queen, they attack the rat. If they have Cosmo Queen, they attack the rat. That damage would be death. Hell, they could attack the toy magician. It doesn't matter what they attack. If they have their Cosmo Queen, they can win the duel right now. No, they do have the burn card, though. If they have 2 copies of it, they win the duel. Do you have 2 magical blasts in your hand? You have 1 in the grave, so that would be really, really rare for you to have all of them. But you don't. But next turn, you can win the duel. You're down to 600. Holy crap. Okay, Bonaparte. Your opponent... Okay, Pot agreed. That's a hell of a card to top deck in this super stressful situation. Let's see what you could do with it. Alright, you got a Pot agree, but you need to actually destroy every monster on the field so you don't burn to death. And you got to keep your monster's attack points decently high, or else you're going to lose by battle as well. There's so many ways for you to lose this duel. The question is, how do you win it? Alright, you set a card, and do you summon? Do you have a summon somewhere? Or are you... Okay, your last Toy Magician. That is your last beater monster, and if there are no more targets for Apprentice Magician, this duel is over. If there is another target, then Toy Magician will only be able to destroy it, and this duel will simply be unbelievably close. But it looks like Bonaparte is in control again. So, here comes the attacks. Toy Soldier needs to destroy Magician of Faith. If only Toy Soldier summoned the 3rd Toy Soldier... Yeah, it's once per turn during your standby phase. Special summon 1 from your deck. Where is it? Because I only see 1 in here. You would have... Well, yeah, you would have won. Because Toy Soldier, Apprentice, bam. Either way, go ahead and battle. Why are you still in main phase 1? What's going on? I'm very confused. Virus, you cool? All right, it looks like we might have a disconnect situation. We'll see right now. Right, we'll see. Let's see. Yep, we have a disconnect situation. That is weird. Strange. Okay, well, that was weird. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what just happened. All right, let's get into the next duel. Let's see, let's just have them get into the next duel. That was a really weird way to end that duel. I mean, it shouldn't have been as close as it was. There was definitely a big misplay, in my opinion, by Dr. Collector. They basically had the duel, and then they played their monster in attack mode, but whatever. We're just gonna let it roll. We're just going to let it roll, people. All right, let's continue. We will give Bonaparte that victory. It did seem like a win for them. overall. I mean, unless even if Apprentice Magician had one more target, then they could have stalled for one more turn, and then we have to think of some card that does 600 burn when the opponent has like almost no life points left. And I can't think of a single one in his deck of Dr. Collector that does do 600 burn. And then with all those traps, all right, let me just tell them to continue. All right, let's see. Magician's Valkyria is already in the grave. I missed something. Oh, Trap Hole. Yep, Trap Hole would do that. So now is a good time for good old Bonaparte to go aggressive. I can't believe in that entire last duel we didn't see one Toy Emperor. That's kind of surprising. Ooh, Call of the Haunted. All right, that's a hell of a trap card to have. But the Toy Emperor is here to play, everybody. That's right. Toy Emperor has come to play. The second they realized that the cops were coming, oh god. No, the second they realized that the opponent did not have Nightmare Wheel, they decided, hey, I want to get my boss monster out. Hey, I want to get a trap card. What trap could I possibly want? In this situation, I was going to say Jar of Greed might be worth if you already have a protective trap on the field. All right, let's see here. And let's go. All right, Bonaparte, you got your boss monster extremely early, and this duel seems to be in your complete control. I wonder what you're going to do with this. I know, we already know that card you just set was Jar of Greed. That is not a secret to anybody. The real question is does your opponent have a Nightmare Wheel in their hand? If they do, then this Toy Emperor is going to be more of a cost than it is a blessing. Normally he'd be a blessing, but right now he'd be just problem. And if you do not have Toy Emperor, then you better hope you have Apprentice Magician so you can at least stall out your opponent. Either way, we'll see what happens. Another Magician's Valkyria. Do you have Monster Born to create the lock? That's the only reason. Yep, okay. We have the lock, everybody. Thanks to Monster Reborn. Call the Haunted and Monster Reborn were used. That's kind of crazy. We have the lock situation created. And with the lock situation, that means that Dr. Collector is in a situation where they can now win by burn. And that is something that they are very good at doing. So, Bonaparte, I don't even know if there's a card in your deck that could save you in this situation. You already used your Trap Hole on the first Magician's Valkyria. And they brought back that Valkyria twice now, just to make sure this lock could happen. This hand was extremely busted by both characters, but obviously the Dr. Collector hand was way more important. So not bad. Now they just need to make sure they do not play aggressively. I would even just put those girls in defense mode. They have no reason to be in attack mode. All you have to do is summon Ebon, or you summon, I don't know. Or you just get that one spell card that just does burn, and then you have a guaranteed victory here. Because I don't see how Bonaparte breaks the lock. It doesn't seem like something he could do. Sure, you could special summon Toy 9 defense mode. You could summon your heavy mech. It won't make a difference. Honestly, unless you... no, I can't see how this makes a difference. If anything, if they get Ebon, you just helped yourself burn faster. Which I appreciate. Because nobody wants to sit here for an hour for a bunch of burn. But it is one way for Dr. Collector to win. He is a genius and has that kind of deck. And there's Ebon. Exactly what I was talking about. He does have that kind of deck where he can win this way. And you might as well go for that while you have the chance. The question is, does Bonaparte have a way out of this that isn't about your opponent making a mistake, but more about something you could do offensively? My answer is no. I don't know if Bonaparte can do anything since they used everything they could to stop the lock, and it still happened due to a Call of the Haunted and a Monster Born. Now we have a Nightmare Wheel, which means that Toy Emperor is most likely... Nope, never doesn't matter. We're still going to see some burn, but that doesn't matter. All right. MST says no. Again, thinking about what Bonaparte could actually do in this situation, it might just straight up be a loss. We're going to see 600 burn every turn, which means that this duel will end in what, like 13? 6 times 13? It's very early. I don't really want to do math, but 7,800. Okay, 14 turns. Yeah. 14 turns. Let's see if that can do it. Technically 28 turns because it only works on one character's turn, not the other. So 28 turns, and that's a victory. Unless someone makes some plays, or, we get more burn cards. You played a monster that they can attack. It's probably Apprentice Magician to help you get another Ebon, because that's what you want. But it also means that you're going to allow Bonaparte to search their deck for more traps, which is interesting. However, I don't think there's a trap that could stop you, but you just never know. I don't really memorize. I don't have Bonaparte's deck memorized, so I don't know. All right. It's a Magician of Faith to get what back? What does that even give you? Monster Born, I guess? I guess that's just for safety reasons. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to have Monster Born. But right now, your only win condition is burn. Unless you want it. If you go aggressive, it's like literally putting a nail in your own coffin. That's kind of how you lost the first duel. Is literally your aggression, so... If you play more defensive, you're going to win. You got the burn already. You could put all of your girls in defense mode if it makes it feel better. But you don't need to go aggressive. You don't need to let your opponent go aggressive. You already got this. Literally, there's nothing that could stop you. I don't think. And I got to keep saying I don't think because I actually just don't remember if there's anything out there. So what you're waiting for is you need to get your spell card that does the burn damage, Dr. Collector, and you need to get Nightmare Wheel. And whatever Bonaparte's waiting for is for you to make a mistake. Like attacking his Toy Knight, maybe. No, it needs to be in attack mode for the mistake to be possible. I don't even know how you make a mistake. There's like no situation where you would ever need to attack the opponent. And obviously there's no situation where the opponent will ever play another monster, so... Yeah, I think this is a guaranteed victory. Pulling off the lock by Dr. Collector created a guaranteed victory. There's no plasma in Bonaparte's deck. If there was, then yeah, this is something that could be turned around. But other than that, is that the Nightmare Wheel? That might speed things up a little bit. No guarantees on speed, but it might speed things up just a little bit, and that will help out quite enough. All right, let's see it here. Bonaparte, you already know what you need, so just end your turn. You played another monster to make it go by faster. I almost appreciate that. Only because I don't know if you have a comeback card. Nightmare Wheel, okay. This is all speeding things up. If you use Malfunction, I'll find that extremely hilarious. Alright, good. I'm glad you didn't. That would have been so funny. Alright, so now we have another monster. Let's see. So, what Dr. Collector's waiting for speed reasons, another Ebon, the spell card that does burn, and they already got the Nightmare Wheel. If not any of those cards, then more spellcasters face up on the field is also a way to win. Just so if you can get the spell card later, you'll be able to do more burn. But I don't know. We shall see. Alright, Apprentice Magician. Not exactly one you'd want in attack mode, but it's fine. Like I said, just for the spell card, you want them in that situation. Good job. Dr. Collector's being played very well this round. I like it a lot. And Bonaparte played as well as they could, but literally once the lock... Look, your opponent's starting with 2 Magician Valkyrias, a Monster Reborn, and a Monster Reborn, and a Call of the Haunted. There was nothing you could do. There was literally nothing you could do. Like, it's just the most unlucky situation you could possibly be in. But what are you going to do? I don't know if there's any card in your deck that could save you in this situation. Yeah, you can play all your monsters in attack mode in hopes that your opponent will attack you. It's not going to happen. You are locked. There is no escaping the lock. You can have a Toy Knight with 1,000,000 attack points. It won't make a difference. It was nice of you to get rid of the Nightmare Wheel to protect yourself, but you are still going to take that burn. I believe it's 900 now. So yeah, 900 burn each turn. And good old Dr. Collector has a triple lock now. Well, now with this, it actually unlocks the lock, and that lets your opponent attack. I'm joking. Could you imagine? It's like, yes, now the lock has been unlocked. And now they could actually, if they felt like it, they could attack Toy Knight. Because they have 3 of them. If one of them dies, who cares? But you don't have to. You can easily just play defensive like I've been telling you. And you will win this duel. There is nothing the Bonaparte can do to you. They even filled up their spell and trap card zone. Okay, we are going to see a battle. This is strange, but doable. Oh, you want to get Ebon faster, but because it's going to be face down, or maybe you're going to get... I don't actually under... You know what? It's fine, because you got yourself a Monster Born in your hand. You don't care. You do know you need Ebon, though, right? That is the one card that matters. Let's see if that's what you're going for here. Yep. Okay, great job. Okay, that was a very, very great play by our friend here. So, great job, Dr. Collector. And good luck, freaking Bonaparte. Bonaparte, your situation is as bad as can be. Your opponent got the luckiest starting hand. Even though you had a pretty decent starting hand, it did not matter. Alright, Toy Knight will do this, but that just means Monster Reborn will bring it back. It will not make a difference. We saw them search for the Monster Reborn on purpose. And now that purpose is showing itself. And if they draw that spell card that does burn, it's going to be even worse. That's another 1,000 if they have that. So, show us the Monster Reborn. We know you want to play it. Yep, there it is. And show us the E-Bomb, which will now be doing 1,800 burn every turn. Which means Bonaparte has 2 turns left on this Earth. Now, let's see it happen. Alright, ending the turn there. So, Bonaparte, you can accept defeat by summoning both heavy mech support platforms. Or you could let it ride. Your call. If you want to take an extra turn, I'm not going to blame you. Because maybe there's a magical card in your deck I'm not memorizing that could save you. Or you'll realize that there may not be. Okay, Toy Soldier. I love it. Maybe that card will somehow bait out an attack. I don't know. If your life points get low enough. And look, another Toy Knight. Yep, you're willing to die. Okay, you summon 5 monsters, you end your turn. It's understandable. That's 3,000 burn exactly. So, standby phase, triple, like literally the massive burn coming in from Dr. Collector. Perfect game from Dr. Collector, basically. And here we go into game number 3. This time, Bonaparte versus Dr. Collector. Bonaparte now knows he can never allow the lock to happen. Even though they tried. They did everything they could, obviously. And Dr. Collector now knows that they don't just have to win by battle. Just like in the first duel, they could just win by burn. They just got to play a little more passively. A little more defensively. Let your Magician's Valkyria do most of the work. And that's how you win duels. But we'll see if that's what they end up going for. There's obviously still a route where they decide to play aggressively. But we'll see. Because Cosmo Queen, Dimensional Fusion, just like in the first duel, there is an aggressive route you can go. And it'll be just fine. Alright. Now, let's see what you guys decide to do. Bonaparte starts again. And Bonaparte has 2 traps, but no monsters. 3 traps, but no monsters. I know there's no monsters because people don't... Oh, no, there is. Okay. I was like, people don't normally play their spells and trap cards first. They're more instinctive to play their monsters first. Unless they get a really good spell or trap card and they want it on the field immediately. It's kind of something you can watch for. Alright. But now, let's see. You say your opponent has 3 back row cards. Your call on how you want to deal with it. Me personally, I would go aggressive either way. Got to get through those trap cards eventually. Get rid of the negate attacks and all that nonsense. Unless you have another chance of getting the lockout, then yeah, go for that. Well, we shall see. Taking a lot of time to consider your moves. That's fine. I'm trying to think of what would take a lot of time to consider in this deck of yours, Dr. Collector. You can go the safe route by starting with Apprentice Magician. You can go the aggressive route by starting with Magician's Valkyria. You could start with Dimensional Fisher. That's good. You could start with a bunch of spells and traps and a tribute monster, not have anything. Okay, there we go. So with this is a great play because they can throw away all their monster cards, and if they have Dimensional Fusion, they can already summon a bunch. So let's specifically look at what they throw away. They threw away the lock, which means if they have Dimensional Fusion, the duel's over. If they ever draw Dimension Fusion, the duel's over. This will be very interesting. Bonaparte knows this. Bonaparte knows that their entire career in this tournament could end simply because one 2,000 life point card Dimension... Oh, Jar Greed. So that means Bonaparte is on a time limit unless they're just like stalling for no reason. That is always a possibility. Yep, they were stalling for no reason. And the Bonaparte's record is over. I have no idea how like, again, another God Hand from Dr. Collector. I love it. I really don't like Bonaparte, so this is great for me. All right, set. And then you just... Oh, my... Oh! Oh, that's just cheating! That is literal cheating right there. Holy crap. You started with all three. You're willing to go aggressive. Okay. You started with all three Magician's Valkyrias. That is literally unbelievable. I don't believe it. You know what? You learned how to hack the system. I'm just going to assume you learned how to hack. You lose. Both of you lose. Bonaparte, you lose for winning that first duel through the bullshit. And Dr. Collector, you lose through that. This starting hand is cheating. Dimensional Fissure, Dimension Fusion, Graceful Charity, and Triple Valkyrie. No, that doesn't happen. That's cheating. That is literal cheating. The definition of cheating. All right, Nightmare Wheel is gone. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I honestly can't believe it. Now, Bonaparte could still win this duel. Bonaparte could still win this duel if the opponent makes the mistake. All these trap holes don't matter. You needed something to stop special summons like Bottomless. All right. All right. So this is now a waiting game. We're waiting for the burn cards. There's the burn spell. There's Nightmare Wheel, a different Nightmare Wheel. And then there's the monster Ebon. But we'll see. We'll see. Bonaparte could still win due to human error. That is honestly the only way I see Bonaparte winning is human error. So let's see. We got Ebon now. Bonaparte realizes that they can't win like this. Ooh. Ooh, Dimension Fusion's coming back. I don't think Bonaparte runs many burn cards, so yeah. Yeah, that's not too good. Granted, do you really want to fill up your field, or do you want to get Ebon out? Alright, Yusei's having some trouble picking a spell. I guess they're thinking Graceful Charity. I would not pick Dimension Fusion. I would pick Graceful Charity, yeah. Graceful Charity is the easy choice because you want to draw another Ebon to win the duel faster, or your spell card that guarantees you damage each turn. So Graceful Charity kicks in. Let's see what you throw away because that's still important. So we go over here and we'll see what you throw away. Monsters are the obvious choice, but we'll see. You can't keep those. Gotta throw two of these away. Come on. Come on. You know you can't keep them. Let's see what you end up doing. Shouldn't take this long just to figure out which two you want to throw away. Are you okay? You say, are you okay? You having a little connectivity problemo? It's a possibility. It's a possibility. Enough for me to check. I'm checking, everybody. Don't worry. I'm checking. I'm on the Discord. I'm on the Discord. All right, wait. I see an Ebon in the grave now. All right, we're good. We're good. Just took them a little longer. And now we get to see if Bonaparte has any... Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing in Bonaparte's deck. There's literally nothing. I don't know what they could do. I personally don't know what they could do. They could do 300 bird right now. That's what Dr. Collector can do. They're waiting for their spell card. They're waiting for their trap card. They're waiting for another Ebon to get onto the field, which is weird. Why throw away Ebon? If, yeah, why throw away Ebon unless you have another one in your hand? No, why would you pick that one? You have a guaranteed victory. You don't want to... There's no reason to go for heal. There's like zero reason unless... What are we doing here? Now I'm very confused. I don't understand. I'm really confused by these plays, but it's fine. You got plenty of life points left, and your opponent literally can't break the lock, so it should be fine. But remember, the one thing I said was human error. That's the only way you lose is Dr. Collector. His deck is too well made. Only human error could possibly lose you the duel. So now do you summon the Ebon that you did keep in your hand, or what was your actual strategy here? Okay. You're wanting your opponent to attack you. That's something, I guess. Could be another Magician of Faith. Could be a Apprentice Magician. There's a million answers to this question. Obviously, they're not going to attack you anymore. They don't feel like it. I am very confused at this situation. We're going to go ahead and do some healing and some burning. Obviously, it's going to be very painful, slow burn, but we'll see. All right, you say. It was a Magician of Faith to bring back another graceful charity. Hopefully it doesn't take you 10 years to realize what you want to throw away. And then for some reason you throw away one of the most important cards, which is this one. Maybe that won't happen this time. It's possible. And... maybe another connectivity issue? Maybe? Problematic? I don't know. Either way, I know where this duel is going, but I want to give the Bonaparte player a chance because human error does exist. But we'll see. Alright. The spell card they choose is Graceful Charity. That's an obvious choice. You do know you could lose the duel. Another human error is you're not doing enough burn. You can lose the duel by deck out before you win by burn. It's a legitimate loss. Especially if your opponent finds a healing card or something, or a stalling card. Something that could protect their life points. But we'll see. At this point, you're bound to have your spell card. The spell card I've been talking about. Because that spell card truly is what wins you the duel. Because you can't... Actually, if you draw the spell card, you can't deck out. So yeah, that's not even an option. It's completely fine. Oh, I think you just threw away the spell card, sir. This is the spell card. You better have another one. I swear to God. This is the card that wins you the duel. You already threw away Ebon, which is one of the cards that wins you the duel as well. So I'm very confused. Why do you keep throwing away stuff that wins you the duel? Why are you like this? It's like, why are you like this? Like, Dr. Collector would not play like this. This is just elementary. Gotta play with a PhD, not with this. Alright, Nightmare Wheel, that was an obvious thing. Toy Emperor will be the answer to it, most likely. If not an MST or something. Oh, there you go. See, you got your card back. Good for you. I'm pretty sure your opponent just let you do the burn because they know the duel's over. And they themselves are giving up in their own way. But again, could have had Eve on here. Let's see. 1,000 burn is nice. That is a nice card. I'm guessing you don't have 2, but that's fine. I don't even know if you're allowed to use 2. I guess you don't need to. Yeah, this card's going to do the job for you. And Bonaparte's like, yep, I know I'm screwed. I'm going to let he lets the Nightmare Wheel stand. Never mind, he does not. What cards did we lose to make that happen? We lost Crowning of the Emperor, we lost Malfunction and Malfunction. No real cards were lost. Nothing of value was lost. So it looks good. Yeah, just keep drawing. You do a 1,300 burn a turn. That's not even the worst amount of burn. E-Bomb will do its 300, and White Magician will heal you for 2k. And Dr. Collector seems to be in control of this tournament right now. Bonaparte did have a victory in the beginning where they shouldn't have. I think Bonaparte should have lost the first duel as well. but human error. But overall, yeah, this is good. Dr. Collector's deck is a really interesting one to watch, and I'm very excited. Plus, I don't like Bonaparte, so I'm okay with him leaving. Get him out of here. This wouldn't be the first tournament I tried to get rid of him. Granted, I'm not the one doing it this time. Luckily, it's not my dirty work. Someone else is getting rid of them for me. But we'll see. It looks like we're good to go. And there's another 1,300 burn. They're just chipping away little by little. There ain't no chance for good old Bonaparte. Not unless there's a dark hole hiding in that deck. If there's a dark hole or something field wipey, then yes, you'll be fine. Hell, a tribute to the Doom could save you. If you had a tribute to the Doom, you could be saved right now. But you don't even have that. A Smashing Ground could save. There's so many other cards that could save you. But good old Bonaparte, he's more of a trap guy. He doesn't even have TT, but he's more of a trap guy. Alright, we got the 300 burn. Very nice. 2,000 heal, which is meaningless at this point. And the damage. It's just this is the power of your brain, everybody. Now, obviously, if Bonaparte wants this duel to end faster, they're going to need to play one extra monster on the field. If not, they can make themselves last one extra turn if they feel like it. They've drawn as many cards as freaking double Graceful Charity over here. Triple Graceful Charity over here. So, both characters have 19 cards left in the deck. They are willing to go for Toy Emperor. You might as well summon your boss just to show off. And then just end your turn, because you will last one more turn. That Toy Emperor does last one extra turn, but we'll see. We'll see if it makes a damn difference. Alright. The 300. The 1,000. And then a guaranteed victory. Our boy Dr. Collector has got this in the bag. Ain't nothing gonna happen to good old Bonaparte. You just gotta end your turn and you win the duel. Or your opponent just has to end their turn and then you win the duel. Do we see an end phase? No, they summon the Toy Knight. They have to think of one last comeback opportunity. With the Toy Knight, they can do their ultimate combo with Giant Rat and create the Toy Rat. And the Toy Rat's effect says it can pop one monster on the field. Obviously, all of this is lies. Alright, that's going to be it, guys. It looks like good old Bonaparte has gotten kicked out of my tournament, which is good. That means that everything is going as it should. And life is good. So, thank you all for watching. Everyone congratulate Dr. Collector on using their deck properly. Granted, a lot of the other characters in this tournament will have an answer to the lock, but they simply didn't. Either way, see you all next time. Please remember to like and subscribe, and goodbye.